Hey everyone, welcome back. I'd like to welcome you back actually to one of my favorite kinds of videos, an unboxing video. So what I've done is I've picked up a new miter saw. My old one was one of the Harbor Freight, Chicago Electric or something, and I had it for well over 10 years and I just wore it out. So I'm not a woodworker. I mean, I work with wood, but I don't do it professionally. I just needed something that was going to be durable and last for a while, cut straight and true. And what I found looking at all the reviews was actually this Ryobi here fit what I needed. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at this. So again, this is a 12-inch sliding compound miter saw with LED. All I did was read the title there, right? 13 1/4 cross cut. Looks like it has all the angles we need for doing the most common crown molding. But I was looking at some of this down here, right? Motor speed, typical blade diameter 12-inch, arbor diameter 1-inch, all typical. These are what you really care about. Baseboard against the fence, you can do 5.5-inch. Crown molding nested at 45 degrees, 5 1/4-inch. Crown molding nested at 52 and 38. This is if you're making those complex corners going around things. That's only 4 5/8. So you need to take that into consideration when you're trying to determine what saw is best for you if you are doing those. Odds are, if you're doing a lot of this here with this crown molding and stuff, that you're not going to be looking at a $269 saw. You're probably going to be going a lot better than that because you're going to be doing it for a living. So let's take a look at what's on the inside. This is one of the biggest boxes that I have ever seen for a miter saw. So these are just extra guides. These are going to be the guides here that go on the fence clamp. It's your dust catcher. I did read in the reviews that the dust catcher does not work very well, but I mean, you're going to make a lot of dust. Instructions. This is a very complex piece of styrofoam. Oh yeah, here we go. I think the easiest way to do this is just going to be lift it straight out. This box is massive. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Got our slide. How do I get this foam out? All right, I got it figured out. Okay, there's a zip tie that is holding this down, so we're just going to cut through that here without harming anybody. All right, make sure you undo that zip tie, and then over here, just give it a little twist, and this lets everything slide. Then you can pull that out. Just checking out all the features here. Again, everything locks in very solid. So I'm happy with that. I did notice it wants to, it's a little tippy. I wish this was a little bit wider and I could widen out my base a little bit more on this work table. I mean, I could always just screw this down and, build a miter bench or something. But everything looks good. Looking at the features are nice. It's got little predetermined marks and things for cutting your baseboards and cutting your crown molding, which I like. Usually when I do crown molding, I buy way more than I need to. All right, so I'm not very good at it, but it tells you where to line up your arrow for crown molding. All right, so you can just line that up. There we go. You tighten that down. Looks like it has a depth control here, so I can control my plunge depth. I can either have that on or I can push it to the side and it just automatically goes deep. So that's nice. So I can have a predetermined depth here, right, for certain things, and then maybe I want to go deeper on other things. I just push that to the side and there it goes, right? Do my offsets here. Just got to adjust my fence. But very nice so far. Very nice. Everything lines up solid. Let's go ahead. Let's finish putting all the other pieces that they gave us on it. All right, so there's a screw that either locks these in place or makes them removable. So I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot harder to line up that hole than I thought it was gonna be. So I had to take it off and tip it over. All right. This one's a lot easier. That other one was just a little off. Back up top again. All right, we got our work vise. It's nice, just in and out here. Got adjustments on my fence. So I'll just line that up there. All right, so let's see. Straight out of the box, let's see how square we are. I would say there's no adjustments to be made. That's nice. That doesn't always happen out of the box. These things, they get dropped, or somebody missed it on quality control. A lot of different things. These are mass produced. So let's go ahead and let's look at the other features. All right, so I have my blade lock here when I'm changing my blades. There is a weird safety, but it's not the worst safety I've seen. I can use it. All right, so let's see how lefties do. Not bad. Everything in this world is designed for right-handers. I'm sorry. All right, my locking mechanism, it holds in solid. Everything seems solid. Dust collector fits. And this is a standard size too, so I could always put a coupling to a shop vac or something if that's what I wanted to do. I am a big fan of Milwaukee stuff, and I have that Milwaukee portable vacuum that has a hose attachment, so it'll fit right to that. So if I was inside cutting, I could do that. It doesn't have to be Milwaukee, but that's just part of it. LED switch. So let's see how she cuts. All right, so we are cutting a hard, dry piece of elm that I have, and let's see how it does. It didn't even try to bog down. Look at that. Smooth. It's very quiet. I'm happy with the sound, but yeah, it does not pick up the dust very well at all. So that could be a problem if you're looking for something with good dust collection. It just doesn't pick it up. Maybe it's just the design. It just doesn't flow, doesn't suck it up in there. But again, if you did hook up a vacuum system to it, I'm sure that would help. All right, so here we are. Final thoughts, final rundown on this saw. I don't think you're going to go wrong in this price point. $269 at Home Depot is not a bad price, especially when you start looking at what is in that price range. You're looking at either smaller saws, 10-inch, 7 1/4, you know, things like that, or you're looking at saws that don't have the sliding capability. They're not the double bevel miter saw, or you know, looking at Delta, Cobalt, Craftsman. I looked at them all. This was the one that I had the best feeling about. You know, it's solid. Their customer service is great. It's got replacement parts. The handles that tend to break, they have replacement parts for those. I can pop it off, pop it back on. So that is always a plus. I know Cobalt and Delta, I know people that have had problems with those. They break something and you can't get a replacement for it. This one does have a 3-year warranty coming out of the box. The fence, right? It was square straight from the factory. This clamp actually works. These actually stay in. This isn't some annoying you know, guard that's sliding up and down. So things to keep in mind. The LED, getting to the cons now. The LED is a great idea, especially in low light conditions, and I think it's going to work well in low light conditions. But out here, sun's out, even though it's a weird smoky California day, the LED, I can't pick it up. So just got to line your blade up with the pencil mark, just like you've always done. The worst feature, and now I know why it was in the reviews, the worst feature is this dust collector. It doesn't collect dust, and then when it does collect the dust, it doesn't hang on to it, so you start moving it around, especially in this position, it wants to dump back out, or you don't even need to unzip it to empty. You just shake it and it just gets everywhere. So that is something to keep in mind depending on the work environment that you're in. OSHA, indoors, everybody has different regulations. You have to, you might need some sort of dust collector there, which that's not really a big deal, and it's pretty easy to hook up to a hose to a shop vac or some other portable vacuum system. So that's something to keep in mind if you do have those regulations. So with that being said, without me rambling too much longer, if you liked it, if you found it useful, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe. So again, I will be doing more projects with this in the future. In fact, I have a school desk that I'm going to build for my daughter for her distance learning workspace. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.